There is a niche that is really gaining traction at the moment. If you haven't published in this niche yet, watch this video and kickstart your Q4 income. Hi, I'm Nuria Corby from thehomeboss.com. Welcome to my channel, which is all about helping you make money online. In this video, I'm going to talk about a really good niche that is gaining a lot of traction at the moment, and that is the back to school niche. So most children are going back to school at the moment because the situation in the world, in some countries, they are still being taught at home. So whether they're going to school or they're at home, they're still having to learn and going back to school. So at the moment, the back to school niche is really huge. And when I say back to school, that is a very broad niche, but you can have a lot of sub-niches within that. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you where you can get really good interiors and ideas, but let me just show you how good this niche is right now. So for that, we're going to go on Amazon.com, and I've typed in back to school notebooks independently because I just want the notebooks that are produced in KDP to come up in the search results. So by putting independently after the search term, you mainly get the KDP books that are independently published, just like the ones that we're making. So they're our competition, not the other ones really. So I just want to show you what is possible in terms of sales. So let's have a look at some of these. The first look is unicorns, very popular, and also dinosaurs. So we can tell it's aimed at children, and you have to think about what's popular for children. So unicorns, dinosaurs, pirates, that kind of thing is always going to sell. You can also see I've got my extension here from Self-Publishing Titans, which helps me see the details of the books very easily. So we can see the bestsellers ranks, the BSR of each book very clearly, when they've been published, whether they're independently published. So it gives you quite a lot of detail without having to click on each individual book. Let's have a look at these BSRs. So here's one which is 878. That's okay, not too great. 376. That's okay. They sell a few a month, I would suspect. This one here is really good. 69,446. So this is selling really well. This one is amazing. 1,650. Very easy to create this kind of cover. And as you know, very easy to create interiors for notebooks. Notebooks are just lined pages. There's nothing really much to do, and yep, it's very easy. The only thing I will say is the easier it is to create an interior, the more competition you're going to have. So notebooks, be prepared for a lot of competition. I know it's easy to make them, but it's not that easy to sell them. So you have to have really good covers, because that is the first thing a customer sees. The interior doesn't matter because everybody knows what they're going to get with a lined notebook, but the cover is really what's going to sell your book. So take a look at all the BSRs and then look at the ones that are really ranking high and see what they've got in common. What kind of covers do they have? What kind of images do they use? What kind of titles do they use and subtitles? This is just to show you one idea when it comes to the back to school niche. But obviously, like I said, notebooks are really difficult to rank for. There's a lot of competition already. They're established. So unless you can come up with a really good design and beat everyone in this niche, it's going to be difficult. But the good thing about this niche is there's so much else you can do. You can look at composition notebooks or primary composition notebooks, which are really good right now as well. So let's type that in and see what comes up. So we'll go to back to school primary composition notebooks, and let's have a look and see what the drop down tells us. So let's have a look. We'll click on search, and I'm just waiting for this Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension to load the niche score. So it's telling us that it's 70%, which is quite good. I think anything over 63% is a good score. Let's have a look at the BSRs. This one's got a BSR of 5,515, really good. There's nothing complicated about this cover. This one here, 3,765. This one here, 736, although this is not independently published, so we don't really count that. And this one is 1,034. Again, a really great niche to publish in. So what else can we do with the back to school niche? Well, these are really easy interiors, like they're mainly lined notebooks. Even the primary story journal is just lines, but it has a space for drawing as well. What is a little bit more difficult is logbooks, that kind of thing. Now, how can you have a logbook for back to school? Very easy. One that I find is selling really well for me at the moment is a reading logbook. And what is a reading logbook? A reading logbook is basically just a book where people can write down all the books they are reading, and they can maybe write a short summary or a short review. And this is really useful for children who may be at home being schooled or even in school. So if you want, as a parent, you want to give them some homework or you want to make them read more, you can buy them one of these logbooks, and they can then enter all the books that they have been reading and maybe give a rating as well. So I'll show you what I mean. So if you type in reading logbook, now this is not niched down to children or anything like that. Let's just see generally what a reading logbook is. There's a lot of competition. The keyword niche score is only 54, which is not bad, but it's not great. But this is because we haven't niched down. We've just gone very broad in the reading logbook section, so nothing is niched down, but I just wanted to show you what a logbook really is. So let's have a look at a popular one. For example, this one here is independently published. Let's see if it has a look inside. It has. Let's take a look. So the first page is really like an index. So you have number 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can list your title, the book that you're reading, and you can categorize it into crime, horror, classic, and so on. And there's some more categories here. And basically these are page numbers. So that is so you can find the pages for which book you have been reading. And then you have the interior. So the first one, number 1, you can put the title of your book in there, the author, the publisher, when it was published, how many pages, the genre, whether it's fiction or non-fiction, and then you can write a little review, and then there's space to make some other remarks, and then you go back to number 2 and number 3 and so on. And that's how you fill in a book review logbook. So this is one example. There are lots of other examples, and you can make them even more simple than this. And I'll show you later where you can find some really good interiors for this kind of thing. But let's have a look at some other ones. The one that I really wanted to show you is a reading logbook for children, because that is what back to school is all about. It's children, kids, young people, and they need a lot of learning material now. So that's what people are buying at the moment. And we have now started Q4, so it's even more important than ever to hit on the right niches and to bring out the right kind of books. So now we're going to type in reading logbook for kids. And again, take a note or have a look at the type of images that people are using for their book covers. So you can see there's a lot of sort of bookshelves, little bookworms. Let's see, obviously unicorns again. There's lots of different images that you can use. So Some of the BSRs here are very good, like for example 2,852 in books. There's another one in the 2,000 range, another one in the 3,000 range. It really looks like unicorns are very popular, but don't just go and make all unicorn books. Think of other things as well, because kids are interested in a lot of things, not just unicorns. There's one here with insects, and I think that's great because, you know, they're very underrated. Kids are very curious. They love insects and things like that. So have a look at this. A best-selling rank of 1,388. Actually, let's have a look at the inside of this one. I really like this person's books. If you want to have a look at how to brand your books, this is a really good example on how to do it. But let's go back to our topic. Let's see the inside of this one. So this one has got a page that gives you tips for reading more. This is always a good idea to have something like that, a page that tells the people that are buying your book how to use your book, and that's really helpful. And look how simple this interior is, and because it's aimed at children, I would say it's a good idea to keep it simple. So it's really just the book title, the author, the illustrator, a brief summary, the thoughts on this book, and what they have learned from this book. And it's so simple, but it's so effective. I always feel that the simpler you can keep something, the more effective it is. So this is a great example of an interior for this kind of book. As I said earlier, I wanted to show you where you can find really good interiors for this kind of book. So I quickly show you something I found, which actually these interiors are made by someone who is in our Facebook group, and I love his interiors because, like I said, I like things that are simple and easy on the eye and attractive, and this is one of them. I'll quickly show you. So this is the Gumroad shop for KDP Ninja, and he makes some fantastic interiors, and you can see some of them are free. I will leave a link below the video for his shop, and I just think they are fantastic interiors. You can get a composition notebook, which is another really good one for the back to school niche, a lined journal, and the one I wanted to show you is this reading log. It's only $1.99, and that is so worth it because how many covers can you create for this? You can make so many different covers. You can think of unicorns. You can think of dinosaurs. I think what I'll do is I'll leave you a link also to a list that I'm going to make with cover ideas. And yeah, I'll leave a link to that below this video as well. So take a look at the link to KDP Ninja's shop. And if you want to create some books in this kind of niche, I will also leave a link to a list of ideas that you can download for free from my Gumroad shop. But I really recommend this wholeheartedly. They're such lovely interiors, and it's already made for you. You can bring out quite a lot of these books, and it's a fantastic price for what it is. I'll quickly show you what it looks like. So this is the interior of that book. It's just got a page at the beginning that's reading logbook, where you can put your name and your phone number in. And this is what the interior looks like. And it's so simple and beautiful. All they have to do is put in the book title, the author, the date when they read the book, and they can give the book a rating. And below there is space to make some notes if they want to leave a review on the book, or they have some notes that they want to remind them of something in one of the books. They can do that under each page. This is really simple, really clear, really easy on the eye, and there's 120 pages of this. Now, you know, I always say to you, when you buy a ready-made interior, it's a good idea to change something to make it unique to you. And what you could do with this interior, and it's very easy to do, is you could create one of those pages that you put at the front to explain how to use this book, so that would be super helpful for the people who buy your book, or something really simple like putting a lined page after each of these pages for people to write in notes, or maybe a page with bullet dots like you've got here in the notes. You could have a full page of that after each page, so that would make your book more pages as well if you wanted to create a book that has more pages in it, and that would make your book interior different to the other ones. You have to be a bit imaginative, but it can be really something as simple as adding pages to an already existing interior. I'll leave the link below this video for you to have a look. This is one idea for the back to school niche, but there's so many other ones. You can have lesson planners as well. There's another really good one. Study planners, because back to school is not only for children, but it's also for the teachers and for students. So there's a lot of things that you can use for that niche, and there's so many ideas here. I just think it's great. I can't wait to start making some of these books, because all I have to do is make a cover. It's so simple. So if you like this kind of video, click like and subscribe so that you can get more videos like this and you get notifications when I bring out another video. Let me know in the comments what you think. And what type of books are you creating at the moment for Q4? Because now is a really great time. Q4 is the time when everybody will make a lot more money than in the months before this. Best of luck to everybody, and let's make some more books for Q4, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.